If you're confused between the shifter and the drifter, both of these helmets from Studs, this is the video for you. Both of these helmets are available at around the same price bracket, just 500 rupees difference for this one. Is it worth paying the extra? Because both of them have dual visors, they look similar. Obviously this one looks a little more premium, but is it worth the upgrade? Should you get this one or should you get the drifter? So the shifter versus drifter, this is the video. So this is my shifter and I started with this. This has been used a lot. This is a daily wear helmet, not the expensive helmets. I didn't want to risk it while I'm riding in town or just going here and there. So this is something that you can use for a daily wear. That was the idea behind this. And as you can see, with all these scratches and everything on it, it has been used as a daily wear and I have used it extensively. So when I wanted to upgrade, I wanted to get a new helmet because this has been used enough, and you should change your helmet every 2 or 3 years. That is what is recommended. So I moved to the Studs drifter. So this is the drifter model. This is a new helmet, so that is why it's not scratched or anything. It has similar features. You can see it has a dual visor. So this has a switch here. So you can just use this switch and it should work. See, so you can get a dual visor system here. Is it worth upgrading from that to this? So that is the main question that most of you might be having, because that thing comes for something around 2000 or just below that, and this thing comes to 2550. So is it worth the 500 more premium which they're asking? Short answer, yes. If you are looking for a much more premium looking helmet, not just in looks but in terms of feel, this feels like a European helmet, you can say. Don't quote me like, oh, this is like a really expensive European helmet. No, this feels like it is much more better built. That is in short. Both of these have dual visors. The only difference is in the other one, you have to open this visor and then you have to lower it. In this, you already have a mechanism, and I would recommend using this mechanism itself. Don't lower the inner visor with your hand. This doesn't even have any inserts to pull it like that. Why that is so is because if you do that multiple times, there is a good chance that it will scratch, but with this it won't scratch. So this is safe. That being said, the mechanism here, it is almost flush with the helmet body. So especially with gloves, if you don't know where it is, you will have to hunt for it. So that has happened to me when I first wore it. So that could happen, but once you get used to it, you'll understand where the switch is and you can just use this way. So you just have to lower it and raise it this way. In terms of build quality, it is good. It doesn't have that velvet interior that the other helmet has. So that is a difference, but this is soft. The other helmet, it had a velvet interior. I'll show you. It has this, if you can see this, it has this velvet interior. So that is good, but I feel the drifter is much more better, because this one you can have it. I used to wear it with inner balaclava thing, so I used to wear that inner cloth, so that was there. But with the drifter, I don't feel like using it, because even if you directly use the helmet, it feels good. Not that this is bad. This is better than most cheap helmets, obviously, but comparing it to the other one, the comfort feel is better. Even the sponge padding is better on that one. As I said, this one also has an inner visor, but you have to lower it this way. So this is how the system works on this. So every time you have to open this and then you can lower it. So that is the main difference in these two. In terms of air vents, this model only has 1 and 2. So these are the air vents and that's it. Don't confuse these ones. These are just for show. There is no inner air vent or anything like this. When it comes to the drifter, you have one air vent here which has a button, so you can if you're feeling cold or something, or if you want to stop it, you can do this and you can close it or you can open it. How it works is the air goes in here and you can see these grooves here, so it actually directly hits onto the screen. This is good for two reasons. It will actually stop the fogging and to a certain extent, and the second air vent is up here. So this is the air vent, and in terms of ventilation, this one was better. You are getting the premium of the cost. It has this rear spoiler that you get in the box. I got it from a local dealer, so he had actually attached this already, so that is how it came. But if you're buying it online or if you're buying it in the box, what happens is this spoiler is with the box and you can add it or remove it, or it's on to you. It's your preference. I like it with the spoiler, so, and it is really heavy tape, the thing which they use, so it's not going to come off. Next thing you might be wondering, how is the mechanism? The windshield mechanism is really good. It has two steps like some European helmets or high-end helmets. So this is two-stage, and because this is a new helmet, it's a bit hard also, but you can see it fits really good. So there is no wind noise on this above 70-80 kilometers an hour. I have tested it. I didn't have any wind noise. The only time you have a little bit of wind noise is when you have the inner visor open. So I think what's happening is the wind here that comes through the open, the air vent here, that is actually going through this, and it is hitting the inner visor a bit. So maybe that could be the reason, but when you have the inner, but it's really silent compared to the shifter. This one is really silent. I didn't have any wind noise issue compared to that one. Above 70 kilometers an hour, it has wind noise. You will understand that there is some wind noise on the helmet. This one doesn't have any of it, so that is good. This one also has this chin thing, so that also helps. This is built in. I actually built that one. I actually put it on myself. So this one, the shifter doesn't have it. The shifter, I put a wind guard there, but without it, it's already noisy. But even with it, it's noisy because that helmet shape is that way. I don't know if it is because of the rear spoiler or what, maybe the overall design, or maybe the windshield. This one isn't that noisy. So if you're looking for a silent helmet, compared to that, this one is much more silent. Compared to even other brands, Vega Bunny and all that, this one is silent. I didn't have any issues with it. I've tried the other ones. Now this one has the normal strap. This is good. It's a good quality strap and it won't come out, and this is easy quick release, so that is what is good. That's one of the major reasons I got this, because you go to higher end helmets, they have double D-rings. That doesn't feel practical for me in a day-to-day use, because if you're just going to some place and removing it and then you're putting in the helmet on again, that becomes a hassle. So that is good for long rides, and the higher end helmets that I use for long rides and stuff, that has double D-rings, but this is a daily use helmet, so you will have that same thing. Now this is ISI and DOT certified, so DOT 218, I think, that is what it is certified with. The shifter doesn't have it. Shifter only has ISI certification, doesn't have a DOT certification. This is DOT certified, if that is important to you. That does mean that the inner EPS and all these things are good. The foam and all that, they have to pass certain standards, so that is good. Coming back to the mechanism, as I said, that also is good. The visor is not going to come out easily, and in fact I think to replace this visor, it would be a bit of a hassle. You might have to take it to your helmet guy, and he will have to remove it safely, because if you try to remove it, I'm worried that the system, even though it has a release system, it is really hard. I'm saying it could be different for you in your experience, but at least for me, I think it's kind of scary, because you have to pull this out and take it out. You're worried that the visor will scratch or it will break. so that is good. This is one graphic that is available, so I got this one. I liked it. There are other colors and other graphics, some new age graphics also available. So if you like any of that, I'm sure you will find some graphic that you like. This is also available in plain. So if you want just a plain black or matte black helmet or some other color, that is also available, but you will have to search the market for that. In terms of weight, this is 1.5 kilo, specifically 1450 grams, 1.5 kilos. The other one is only 1.1 kilo, so this is 350 grams more heavier. That could be due to the protection or the system, because both of these helmets are the same size, but this one is significantly heavier, but it doesn't feel like some other helmets which are really heavy. I didn't want to go above 1.5 kilos. And when you wear it, this is balanced. It doesn't feel front heavy, back heavy or anything. This is balanced. You won't feel the weight. But if you're holding it like this, obviously you will feel the weight. This is a workout with a 1.5 kilo dumbbell, you can say. Not much of a workout, but it will feel heavy if you're just if you're just holding it like this for a long time, like I am for this video. It will feel heavy, but compared to the other one, this one is much more heavy. Another doubt which you might be having is, should you get this one with the dual visor, or should you get another brand with a single visor that has all these kind of premium features, but maybe some other USPs may be looking better, and that doesn't have the inner visor thing. Personally, I will tell you, I have single visor helmets. They are good for either day or night, because you're going to go around with one visor. So if it could be a smoked visor, mirror visor, or it could be a clear visor. If it's a clear visor, it's good for the night and day, but in the day when it is harsh sunlight, it becomes very difficult. I know that they have quick change visors, and you can just carry around another visor when you're traveling. If you can do that, that's good, but that feels like a hassle to me. In this can be used for in the day or night, according to your convenience. You can just use it. So that is good in my books. So that kind of convenience is worth it. If you especially for just a local kind of helmet, this is necessary, because you don't know if you're just going out in the night or in the day. This one, if the sun is that harsh, you can just pull it down. Even the inner visor quality is a little better compared to the other one. Optical quality is also really good, so in both helmets. But this one, obviously the $500 which you're paying extra, you are seeing it in the quality, so that is there. In terms of the rain, both the helmets, there is no rain problem as far as I have seen. No water seeps in. Some people were saying that the shifter, the wind, the water will seep in through the other one. The drifter doesn't have this issue. Even the shifter doesn't have this issue. I have driven it in the rains, and there is no water coming inside the helmet through the vents or anything. And that helmet is also watertight. This is obviously watertight because of how close the seams are and the rubber gasket and all that. So this also is watertight in my experience. Yours could differ. Just make sure that your hinges and all that are correct if you're having water issues, because even though this is a new helmet, when I got it, I had a issue, but the guy, the shop owner, actually changed the helmet visor mechanism that is available in a spare with those guys. So they changed the original mechanism, and then the helmet fit properly. So there was a small gapping here. I asked him about it. He said, okay, we'll change the mechanism here, and he changed it. Once that was changed, now this fits exactly like it should. There's no gapping anywhere. So that if that is fitting properly, and if you haven't broken your mechanism, it is watertight, you won't have any issues. There is no water coming through the air vents, and obviously when it's raining, you're supposed to close your air vents. So in conclusion, is this helmet worth the premium compared to the shifter? Yes, it is worth it if you plan to be careful with your helmet, because this one it will feel bad if you're breaking it. Obviously the other one also, it's not that it's cheap, but you can change it comes to, I think you can even get it for 1750 or something. With no graphics it goes lower, so it's not as expensive as this one, but depends on where you're buying it also, because I've seen some places where it is sold at MRP, certain place I got it at MRP. So that is what it is. At this price it feels value for money. The build quality feels value for money. It feels like a solid helmet, and most of the people who saw it, if I hide the studs logo, they won't be able to guess the price. They will expect that it would be much more premium, much more expensive. That's how good the quality is, the inner liners, everything, and all of this is washable in both the helmets. So all the inner liners, everything is washable, so you don't have to worry about in that front. And I would suggest washing these inner liners and everything for every 2-3 months, depends on how much you're using. If you're using it without a balaclava or any cloth inside, then obviously your sweat is going to get into the helmet. In that way, I would suggest at least 2 months wash it. If you're using it with a cloth and stuff, maybe you can push it further. In terms of spares and all, everything is available with your local helmet dealers. Online it is a bit hard to find, but you might be able to find it. All the spares, including the locks and the everything, the rear spoilers and everything is available. Spares are available. The visors are available. So you have, if you want to change the outside visor to a mirror or a smoked or something like that, that is also available. I don't see the need on a dual visor helmet, but if you want to do that, that is also available. The clear visor is obviously available. It comes to, I think, 210 to 240 rupees or something. For that price it is available, and this is a really good quality visor compared to the other one. This one feels a bit more, I don't know why it feels a bit more premium. I don't know why this one feels a bit more premium. The other one is, maybe it is because of the mechanism, how it shuts, because this is not going to move. There's no way that this is going to shake or anything. The other helmet, it doesn't fit as close as this one. Obviously you're paying for that. So I think I've covered all the points on this helmet. I hope that that clears your buying decision, and if you have any doubts, questions, whatever you want, leave them in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. This has been Jace for TopEvt. I'll see you in the next video.